Hey, Veronica here. Thanks for joining me today on my channel From Shattered to Soaring, where we piece ourselves back together and soar higher than ever before. But today we're going to be talking about one of those truths that just sets your heart on fire: grace versus works. The million-dollar question: can I actually earn my way into salvation? The short answer is no, and that is such good news. And honestly, that's the most hilarious relief ever, is it not? Because if it was up to me, I'd be bankrupt. We're breaking down Ephesians 2, 8 through 9 with some killer analogies from a few of my favorite teachers that I'm going to proudly share with you. If you've ever laid awake at night and thinking, oh man, I just got to try harder for God to love me, this one's going to wreck you in the best way. So come on, let's dive in. All right, straight to the word. For it is by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not from yourselves. It is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. Ephesians 2, 8 through 9. Paul, this is his drop mic moment. It's a gift. Stop trying to pay for it. Grace is God's crazy unearned favor. Faith is just whispering yes to him. Works? Yeah, those are awesome. I'm sure they benefit somebody along the line somewhere, but they don't punch your heaven ticket. Why do we keep acting like we're on some eternal audition for God's approval? Come on, let's get real with some stories. Check this out. Imagine you're this scruffy orphan, $0 to your name, looking pretty rough. Out of nowhere, a billionaire in a Lamborghini screeches to a halt and jumps out and goes, "Hey, I'm claiming you as my own. If you're willing, you can be my kid starting today." And then he goes on to say, "I'm claiming you as my own. You are my kid starting right now." When you choose to say yes, you then had access to an unlimited card, mansion keys, and a new last name, all for absolutely free. All you had to do was say yes. But hey, if you think about it, you didn't bathe first. You didn't flex your skills. You just said yes. That is what grace is. Jesus already covered the insane adoption cost with his blood. But we do this dumb thing, don't we, where we try to earn it later, like telling the billionaire, nah, let me slave away mowing your 50-acre lawn for decades first. It's not just pointless, it's low-key insulting to the gift. As one of my favorite teachers, Bill Johnson, says, grace doesn't overlook sin. It empowers righteousness. God is saying, come filthy, I'll clean you up. No resume required. How beautiful is that? Chasing works keeps you chained up. Religion represents man's upward struggle to attain God by personal merit. The gospel reveals God's downward pursuit of man, since man could never succeed on his own. Basically, if you're hustling more prayer quotas, perfect attendance, maybe performing under an actual threat of a religious leader, or even a perceived threat, like be better or else. And if that's the case, you're back under the law of sin and death, not dancing in God's amazing grace. You'll forever fall short, gripping that impossible measuring tape of perfection. But check this out. True faith arises not from strenuous effort, but from profound surrender. And great faith is born not of relentless striving, but of deep letting go. Authentic faith emerges not through forced grinding, but through complete yielding. Profound faith flows not from exhausted effort, but from total surrender. Isn't that beautiful? Grace yanks you off of that ridiculous hamster wheel of trying to perform trying to get somewhere, exerting all that energy, and nothing coming of it. It's all about what Jesus crushed already, what he did on the cross. All you're required to do is give your yes. That's all you need, and simply receive. Isn't that amazing? That's all you got to do. Let's just say you totally bomb a big job interview. You show up late, you'll spill coffee on the boss, you mumble nonsense answers. Epic fail. So been there before. And afterwards, you're spiraling. That's it. I'm unemployed forever. I gotta punish myself. No food, no fun. I'm gonna grind 24/7 on pointless applications to make up for it. But your best friend, who's already hooked you up with the connections, calls you and says, "Hey, dude, stop the self-torture drama. I've already talked to the company and they love you anyway because of who you are to me. You're hired, dude." I don't ever say dude, but that's how this world talks. So now come on, celebrate, show up, ready to rock the job. That is just the best description of grace. The job is right standing with God, is already yours because of what Jesus did on the cross, not your perfect interview performance, trying to earn it. With extreme self-punishment is just silly work sneaking in. Instead, run to God, thank him like crazy, and live like the valued employee you already are. Sin exposed the need for the cross, but it didn't cancel your acceptance. Isn't that amazing? God's not mad or asking, "Why'd you blow it?" He's just smiling, saying, "Ready to remember that you're my kid, right? So bounce back, laugh it off, and just keep going." In essence, we are solely saved by God's grace through faith alone in Christ alone. It's an utterly free gift. Can you say that with me? Free gift. Good works don't earn salvation. They naturally flow from it as evidence of a transformed life. It just comes out of you. You don't strive to gain salvation. You live freely and boldly because it's already yours. Salvation can't be achieved by human goodness. It's a gift extended to the undeserving, received simply by trusting in Jesus. Once that reality truly takes hold, everything in your life changes forever. Grace isn't a license to do nothing. It's the empowering presence of God that enables you to live with holiness and courage. Well, friends, that's it for today. If this series is encouraging you and helping you grow deeper in truth of the gospel, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button to let me know. Subscribe for your daily uploads and turn on notifications so you never miss a day. Your support means the world, and it helps spread this message further. Thank you again for joining me today, so I'll see you next time.